Hello everyone and welcome to round 2 of the 2025 Bike Signature Series races here at Rogate Bike Park for the classic that is Rogate World Champs. So we've got another old brand new course for you here. It is an absolute classic of the hill. It's never been raced before top to bottom, and that's pretty much what we're going to do with you this weekend coming. So I hope everyone enjoys it and is challenged by it. I think it's probably one of the more technically demanding courses that we've put on, but I've got a lot of faith in you, all you youngsters out there. You surprise us week in, week out, and I've got absolutely no doubt in my mind that you've got this. So I'm going to take you for a walk down the track, show you some kind of key areas, give you a bit of a feel for it. But remember, track walk is not till Sunday morning. We've got a Saracen Bikes demo day on Saturday up here at the park. So we're going to be pretty full on and getting ready for the race on Sunday as well. So don't expect the track to be open for track walk then. Obviously any crossovers between trails that aren't normally open will not be open prior to the race either. So please don't try and ride those. It makes our lives much more difficult and degrades the track before race day as well. Look forward to it. The one and done is always a good measure for us. We like it when you get to race something that you wouldn't normally get to ride. So have patience. Couple of other things for you. Had a few emails about this already. Full faces, absolutely mandatory for race day. Please don't forget to bring yours or borrow someone's if you absolutely have to. As long as when you're at the start gate ready for practice or race runs, either or, that doesn't matter, that you have a full face with a buckle that is done up and secure and fits your head properly, you are all good to go. Please pay attention to the emails that come through as well. It's always a bit manic. We are a sellout. There are no more tickets available for Sunday. So we are going to be very, very busy come Sunday morning. Those of you who have raced here before know what the scoop is with that. But yeah, appreciate that the road in and out is very tight. There is also a road cycling time trial going on in the area. It shouldn't start till we've already kind of gotten underway, but expect some more traffic in the local area than maybe you'd normally expect at very early in the morning. And please, respect those guys as much as anything. We have been in touch with the organisers, so we are both aware of each other's events, but let's keep everybody local happy and safe if we can. And lastly, far from least, just another huge thanks to our sponsors throughout the whole year. They keep these things going for us and give you some swag for the podium. So come down, enjoy. If you have missed out, really sorry about that. We are limited in numbers. Eventually we have to stop somewhere, but it's always great to sell out these events. But tickets for the Windhill race are available. They are available now, and that is on November the 9th. So get involved with that one. Should be another banging race to close out the season. It's always good fun. Come down, test yourself there. If you're in the local area and you want to come and make some noise, please do. Again, please just abide by local parking restrictions and be wary of the time trial that's going on. So yeah, use local proper parking rather than roadside where possible, please. But come make some noise, bring your noisemakers, bring a cheer for everybody, and find out wherever the heckler's corner is for this one. Enjoy. Okay, so as is fairly normal with these things, we're starting on the start ramp up here. Normal direction. And then, as we have done recently, peeling off to the left. Now you'll note all of these are black braided trails around here, so expect it to be a bit more technical than some of the stuff that maybe you're used to riding. So first little ski booter, completely rollable, avoidable if you need to, but yeah, I mean there's an easy double down to there and less than easy triple down to here for those of you who want to give a big yank, get in amongst the trees. As I said, there are bigger features, more technical features. Most things, all things should be rollable to an extent. Might slow you down. I think this track in particular is going to be a test of braking control and trying to stay off those brakes as best you can rather than big pedals. But let's see, we're going to get into the thick of it. Off of the first little ski booter into that descent, up the other side, we're going to be dropping into straight away Far Beyond Ridden, one of the oldest trails on this hill. Absolute classic, favourite of mine. I don't think we've raced this top section since maybe 2013, 14 at a push possibly. I raced it on a hardtail at that point. It's definitely changed since then. It doesn't hang about, straight into pretty horrible technical section, little step down there, and into this classic old section here, multiple lines to take. We might do some creative taping, but there will definitely be a route down for you one way or another. Good time to practice your steeps. Definitely the steepest sections on the hill. As you can see, it's you lose a lot of height very quickly. And into this section here, I've spent some time over the last couple of days doing a bit of work in here, so I expect this to get pretty blown out. And there's a whole load of rocks buried underneath here as well. They should form up quite nicely once all of this top section of really dry, dusty, well, maybe not quite dusty, that's wishful thinking, but certainly dry and fluffy loams come off from the top. Built up this turn a little bit as well, just to give you a bit of added support. I look forward to that being blown out. So from here, rather than turning left straight down Far Beyond Ridden, we're actually going to cut across this tiny little fresh joiny section here. Again, it's going to cut up, bed in a little bit, start to run faster, I'm sure, throughout the day. And cutting on to just the very end here of Enter Sandman. So there is a little opportunity for you to get on the pedals there. Not much of an opportunity up to that point, and not much immediately afterwards either. Yeah, onto Enter Sandman here and through the rock section here as well. Get those bikes of yours working a little bit. At which point we're going to go straight across the fire road, no surprise to you all there, and into Split Richard, albeit very, very briefly. So again, we've got this little rock garden that we can roll through around the outside if you choose. I'm sure many of you are very aware of Split Richard. And from here we're actually going to cut across this new little cut in again, back over to Far Beyond Ridden. So we are pretty much doing a Far Beyond Ridden top to bottom, just with a couple of extra cheeky little numbers, just to increase the flow really as much as anything, remove a tiny bit of the technicality from it, but really far from it. It's quite a difficult off-camber section really across there, very tight between these two trees. There's obviously roots poking out in front of them and stuff. As it wears throughout the day, it's definitely going to get more challenging. And as you can see, it immediately gets dark, and as much as it's fairly late now, well, fairly late, it's 5 o'clock in the evening now, it doesn't really get much brighter than this. So definitely think about your eyewear a little bit. Maybe go and speak to the guys at Melon and see if they've got anything that can give you an extra bit of a zap. So this is definitely one of my favourite bits in the hill. Again, it's absolutely ancient. I've got photos of me riding this when I was 21, which I can assure you was close to 20 years ago. At least parts of it. And those of you who've been around for a while will recognise it as well. Got a few tiny line choices through this section here, but really it's fairly one line. And what we're going to do here is, this is an existing line. This is open all the time. A lot of people aren't necessarily aware of it. It's kind of one of our little local dinks. Through this section here, it cuts off the turn to our right here. Quite good fun if you're sessioning things with your mates. Take one of you take one line, the other one take another line. But yeah, it's quite a challenging little section here. Definitely about getting your braking right and your steering right. A few little steps forming up in there, but also these great big gnarly roots that prevent you from going in a lot of places. Big old trees that are just right in the way of where you'd like to take a straight line. It's going to get quite challenging through here, and obviously pretty classic for Far Beyond Ridden. It's a bit of a gully track, all these loose little marbly stones in there just to keep you on your toes. Again, really rough section through here, lots of roots, lots of moving stones, no room for pedaling, and very easy for your tyres to lose traction under braking even. Through these last turns really on the steeper section of it. Again, few last little roots to contend with. Really rolly section. This is where you're going to have to put in those power pedals. Going to make all the difference for you. Again, we have got all three options available to you, from the flat ride around, the smaller step there, and the larger step down through here. A pretty horrid landing. Not a lot of choice for a smooth landing at all. I know there'll be plenty of you out there with a big pull up over this route here. I think I'd go with the easier, softer option in the middle here, but again, really difficult to control that braking through those sections. You're powering so hard and then suddenly you've landed and you've got this turn to contend with. This is where we're really into full speed mode. Try and just stay off those brakes completely, and into the section we've reworked completely recently, and the layout's much the same. Just had to move a whole load of it over to really embrace drainage issues rather than trying to fight them anymore. So again, it's probably going to cut up quite a lot come race day, but got ourselves this little pair of rollers, really a small double if you like, but very rollable, very caseable, very clearable. Give it your best shot. Nice big turn. I've been working really hard on getting this ready for you guys for the last couple of days. So again, through this straight section and peeling off of Far Beyond and into the very bottom of Split Richard, and again like a double roller. Backside is very rollable if you choose. And through this section, which everyone is going to be super familiar with if you've ridden at Rogate before, I'm sure you'll have spent plenty of time riding these. As usual, we will take this off to make sure that everyone is on a level playing field at that point. So don't expect to be using the bootier jumps necessarily, but in your race runs it's probably not what you want anyway. So yeah, these smaller tabletops, last chance for some big pedals. And then round the final bend to cross the finish line. So there we have it, guys. Rogate World Champs 2025 on Far Beyond Ridden. I'm excited for it. I hope you guys can put down some really sick times. I'm kind of looking forward to being embarrassed as per usual with what I think is my fastest time, and then seeing you guys absolutely decimate it. So throw it down. I'm predicting low 50s, but I'm sure someone's going to punt for a high 40 at the very least. Enjoy. We'll see you Sunday morning, bright and sparky, and stay safe. See you there. Bye.